Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. Nothing to report really weather-wise. It's very blustery. It looks like it's been raining. Hi, Nick. Oh, you've pierced in. Wow. You definitely have pooped the bed today, Nick. But yeah, it's a funny old day here. I don't know about where it is, where it is where you are, but it was like one of them funny skies this morning, like orangey coloured sky and very windy and, just generally, oh, you're fed up. Oh dear. I think it's to do with the weather, because I were a bit this morning. I'm in one of them can't be arsed moods, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so it is really funny day today. Oh, right. Yeah, I can guess why. But yeah, some, as I say, I was talking to somebody yesterday evening, they're having a bit of a rough time of it, so it seems like I don't know, sort of September, I don't know what it is, but everybody seems to be struggling a little bit, as regards, like, certain things going on in the life, health issues, and it's, I don't know. It seems like, obviously, do you want to come up on the panel today, Adam? Just let me know. Yeah. Everybody seems to be going through like health issues, one way or another, I mean, I was just about to say Adam's not been feeling too clever, with his diabetes, etc. I'm having problems with all my aches and pains. Bella's got the bad shoulder. Okay, then. Just let me know when you come back and when you're ready to go, so to speak. But I'll send link anyway, and then you can pick it up when you're ready. So as I say, I don't know whether it's the change in weather, whether it's sort of getting towards the tail end of summer, and okay then, I've sent you a link anyway, so pick it up when you're ready. Yeah, so I've had a lot of pain, and okay then, I've got my phone to hand anyway. Oh, and just to let you know, I had to remove someone from the group yesterday. I had a certain person asked to join the group, so obviously I approved him, and then he proceeded to message all the women in the group, including myself, and basically I did put, I've actually removed the thread thing, because I always put like a welcome to the group, and I got a message. Somebody messaged me, do you know this guy? And I says, no, not really. I says, he asked to join the group this morning. I says, Well, it was somebody that I joined yesterday, and his name's George Walter. Right, I have named and shamed him. So then, once I approved him, I don't think he'd sort of joined the group basically to I don't know whether he's on YouTube or what. Anyway, he joined the group. I approved him, and then he proceeded to message all the ladies, including myself. Anyway, I had a message from one of the ladies saying, "Do you know him?" I says, "No," blah, blah, blah. And then basically that person sent me all the messages, and it was like literally pestering her because she kept saying, "No, I don't know you. I don't talk to strange people," blah, blah, blah. So obviously then she messaged me. So I did put a message in, "Please can you stop messaging people in the group?" So that person that messaged me says, "Look, you know, he's still messaging me." So I removed him, I blocked him from rejoining the group, etc. And then I got a message from another lady saying that he'd been messaging her as well. Plus he'd messaged me. So I think he thought it were, you know, somewhere where he could pick up women. But I'm sorry, but it's not. You know, so I had to remove him, I had to block him. And I actually did remove the thread. But then I had a thank you from one of the other ladies that had messaged saying, "Thank you, you know, you've 100% got us backs." And I says, "Yeah, I have. It's at the end of the day, my name is on that group, and we're not having somebody pestering people in the group. You know, just the ladies." And basically went on to say that, "Oh, I lost my wife to cancer 9 years ago." Yeah. You know, it's not a dating site. It's a YouTube site. You know, I can imagine him sitting there and joining everyone's groups. Who is this sick human? It was somebody that I added into the Facebook group yesterday, and his name was George Walter. So basically, once I'd added him, he started and proceeded to basically pester all the ladies in the group, including myself. You know, I set that group up for people to post the YouTube videos, not for people to use it as a pickup joint or a you know, to post the YouTube videos. Good morning.
Hello.
It's all right. I was just telling everybody about this.
I didn't know anything about it, so I've no
it was somebody I added to the group yesterday, and basically it proceeded to message all the ladies in the group, basically flirting and trying to chat them up, basically, including myself.
One thing you can do, which I've done with my groups and stuff, you can set up some joining questions to sort of vet who wants to join the Facebook group.
But I think I'm going to have to do that, because same as I say, I go through, you know, I go on first thing in the morning. This person had asked to join, so I approved, but then it proceeded to send all the ladies private messages, including myself. You know, and then I had, I'm not saying who the person is that contacted me, but they said, you know, "Do you know this guy?" I says, "No." I says, "I've added him to the group this morning." I think I do, Will. answer to that question is. But yeah, I think he thought it you know, it were a pickup joint, because the same as I say, the person, I'm not sort of saying who it were that contacted me to say that it'd been messaging him, but they sent me like screenshots of the messages and blah blah blah. So I just put a message in, you know, can you stop contacting people in the group? And then the person that had contacted me says he's still messaging me, like basically hassling her. So then
if at some point, Jeanette, you want some help with like the Facebook settings and stuff, because I've run groups for about 3 years on Facebook.
Yeah. Also, as I say, I just went, I removed that thread, and then it come up with like, do you want to stop this person rejoining, delete all the messages, you know, all that.
Yeah.
So I went through all that, and same as I say, then I had someone else had seen that where I'd put, can you stop messaging? So someone else contacted me saying that he'd contacted her as well. So I says, I do apologise, you know, it were me that added him. I just approved him, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then she says, well, you know, I appreciate your honesty, and I you know, I appreciate that you've 100% got us backs. And I says, well, at the end of the day, I says, it's got my name on the group. So I do, you know, as an administrator or owner of the group, I do have to look out for people that's in the group.
You do. Because Facebook aren't going to look after us.
No. So basically, you know, same as I say, in future, I'm going to have to look at the profile, etc., beforehand.
At people before they go join the group. Because in the past, in some of my groups, we've had so many issues with people trying to join who shouldn't have joined, and then it's ended up with problems. Yeah,
well, same as I say, I mean, as the saying goes, you live and learn, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying about a fella that joined the group yesterday. Bella was messaging all the ladies, and basically I've had to remove him and block him and everything. So, but yeah, there were two different people, Bella, that had contacted me saying he was basically hassling them. So, and yeah, you're right, saddos are us. But,
no, saddos are them, not us.
Yeah. I mean, his sort of excuse was that he lost his wife to cancer 8 years ago. Yeah, well, you know, that's not my problem.
No,
you know, it's not a dating site, or it's not a group where you can pick up women. I'm going to say, Bella says your glasses suit you. But yeah, you know, I mean, same as you say, you learn from your lessons. So lesson learned.
Yeah. Just be careful who you invite in, or accept, not invite, who you accept.
Approve. So how's your sugar levels at the moment?
They're still not brilliant, but they're not as high as they have been. Because I got them yesterday afternoon. I got them back down to the best they've ever been, which was 5.1. Then last night they went up again to 7.3, and then or 7.7, and then this morning they were 7 point something as well. So they're not right at the moment. But
they're not high, if you know what I mean.
They have been. The highest I got up to was 16, and a few days ago it was at 13.
But they're better than what they have been.
Mm, no, exactly. No, they've been this dodgy for a couple of weeks now, which isn't good. But I know what to do about it. I've got to sort my diet out.
I was going to say that was going to be my next question. Are you still trying to control it with your diet?
That's what I've been doing. But I think me deciding to do that cider challenge thing wasn't a good idea so I've stopped that now because all the sugar and stuff that's in a cider, and also it's so hard to avoid carbs because that's the thing which is the killer is carbohydrates with diabetes. But I'll get there. I think I will have to go on to tablets, but being type 2 diabetes, at this stage I won't have to go on insulin or anything. Yeah, I know, Nick. I was doing one a night. I shouldn't have done. Some nights I had 2 ciders. It was stupid.
Yeah, Nick's just put advice to anyone in the group still getting message to report him to the police. Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing. I mean, like any normal person will go and check out somebody's profile. Now, same as I was saying yesterday, it clearly states on my profile that I'm married.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody took the time to read my profile, it clearly states on my profile that I'm married. So obviously that person hadn't checked the profiles. They've just gone in for the kill, so to speak.
Yeah.
Bella, I did send you an invite. I don't know whether you got it or not.
Oh, I know, Bella. We're our own worst enemies.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't call it self-destructive, but it's you think, oh, I'll be all right with this, you know what I mean? I'll just have this or I'll just have that, you know what I mean?
And what sent it up last night, what got them up, it got that down to 5.1. We took the dog out for a walk. We went and had a coffee. No issues with the coffee. No issues with the coffee, but we had 2 little tiny shortbread biscuits, little tiny squares, and they were literally tiny, and that's what sent it back up again. It's just because it's the sugar. It's the sugar, and it's just.
I did read that message, Nick. I'll message you back in a little bit. I mean, I'll message you back with my thoughts. So,
they do.
But, you know, it's you know what I mean? It's but yeah, I mean, as the title suggests, we all need reassurance.
Mm.
You know, she says, I'm going to find hangouts now, don't hold your breath. But yeah, I mean, I mean that was why I put the title. I mean, at some point, everyone needs reassurance. Every single person, you know what I mean? And if you've got one friend or an acquaintance that gives you that reassurance, then, you know, you know, hiya, Barry, how are you?
It's a Barry. Hello.
So I had to laugh at a post this morning, you know, joy that comes with a baby.
Yeah.
Back off for holidays today. And first post she put were, I'll be glad to get home. She says, I've missed the granddaughter. She says, and a cup of tea. She's been in Spain for a week. I thought, well, you know, I've missed, I mean, you know, we can understand missing the granddaughter, but she says, and a decent cup of tea. So
yeah, because I wasn't going to actually turn my computer on today, because yesterday I didn't turn it on at all yesterday, and today I wasn't going to. But then I thought, you know, I'm sat around doing nothing, so even though I don't feel brilliant, I'll come on and chat. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just seeing that friendly face and talking to someone, and you know, I mean, the title, like being reassured that you've got somebody that cares, and you've got people that care, and you've got a community that care.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, she's managed it.
yeah. Got a community that care.
Yeah.
I did it! I did it!
How's your penguin, Bella?
Oh, I'm gonna bloody kill her.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, she's a borrowed timer.
Oh, Percy was lovely. How's your penguin, Bella?
What's happening here? I'm gonna bloody kill her.
You need to mute your YouTube, Bella.
Oh no, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm totally confused. Right.
Hi, Poodle. Pink.
I Pig Poodle. Yeah, Nick says on the positive point, my Xmas Prezi turned up, my new Spitfire RC plane. Only downside is I'm not allowed well, yeah, it's Christmas.
Oh, it's Christmas, yeah, so you shouldn't be allowed it. Bella Pingu.
I'm gonna kill her. I'm going to kill her.
Oh, can you do it as a YouTube video?
She's put it up on her channel.
No, I meant you killing her. Can you make it a mission and make it a video?
Honestly, she was following me around everywhere, and she's got this bloody camera, and it just sits on her hip, and she can sort of focus it so that it goes where she wants it. And you'd think she was just walking around, and she's got me all the time. Well, a few times I caught her, and she had to take the scenes out where I was saying, "Turn that camera off."
So she was like an undercover agent.
She was driving me ballistic. She was.
Oh, but it was nice to see her, though, wasn't it?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, the secret snapper.
She's a sodden ass. She really is. Hang on, I'm just trying to get. Now, how do I dub you? I'm going to put YouTube on because I can't see the comments. But I've got Hangouts on. So how do I?
What I do, Bella, with the Hangouts, I shrink it down and I put it over the YouTube. So right. You mute your YouTube.
How do I mute YouTube without muting Hangouts?
Have you got
the? I've got it. Go on. Yeah. I've done it. I've done it. Bloody hell, that was good, wasn't
it? I'm amazed. I'm shocked, but I'm impressed.
Me and all, mate. Don't worry about
that. Hi, Emily.
Hey, I still feel rubbish, Emily, but I thought I'd come on because I'm bored.
Yeah.
Company.
Nick says this year we're doing it slightly different. We're getting our presents, at least that way we get what we want.
Good thinking. Sounds like a good idea to me.
And Barry says tech talk with Jeanette Pickering. I mean, I'm as bad as Bella.
It could be a panel. It could be a talk show. Jeanette and Bella doing a tech show. That would be.
This camera's crap, though, isn't it?
It's quite good. I have to worse.
I'm bloody jaundiced. It's not the. There's no light. The room is yellow. It's painted yellow, right? So if I can get a bit more light.
I mean, from
mine should be really. How clear is mine? Because
yours is as clear as a bell.
Yeah, yours is, Adam. Mine's just. I've got to keep looking up there. I look jaundiced.
You don't. I mean,
I'm going to say to me, Bella, yours is perfect.
Yeah.
No, maybe it's just
the person's camera who's a bit dodgy, and he knows it is because he's going to get himself a new one. Is Jason, because he's got this cheap one. He got this cheap one from Asda, and it is pretty pants.
My one is
HP.
Bloody nut in here now. Wait a minute, I'm trying to look. HD Creative.
Because mine's HP.
Yeah, oh, I don't bloody know.
So do I, Emily. My laptop.
Yeah, and Nick says the big question is for Bella: is it a rockhopper or an emperor penguin?
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait there.
Oh, she's going to go and get it now. Oh God.
It's not even mine.
Oh.
All right,
It's
it's
not
too
even my
hard.
penguin. Oh. She put it on the escalators. And as I was going to get the train, she was saying, "Oh, here we go. The penguin's going back up north. Bye, penguin." She's going.
Pleco Whisperer said good morning to me. Oh. Hi, Mrs. Carsney. Pink Poodle says she just wanted to say a quick hello. And she can't stay long. That's okay. So I did get a message from Vicky Night Owl saying that she probably wouldn't be joining this morning.
She needs to catch up on some sleep and get herself a bit.
Well, that's basically what I said to her in a message, because she messaged me and said, you know, and I says you need to get some rest. You need to take some me time, if you know what I mean. Hi, Jelly Duck.
Hey, Jelly.
But yeah, I mean that's what that's basically what I said. I says you need to take some time for yourself. You see, you know, you need to get some rest, basically.
Duck. I have been resting up. I was rested up all day yesterday, and I am still sort of resting up. So you're a fine one to talk, Emily. You're going to work with your fractured wrist. You didn't go to the gym.
Please, we'll have no domestics.
Hi, Obama. How are you?
Are you, honey?
Yeah, I saw on Facebook that Sharon is actually trying to find a home for the German Shepherd.
Oh.
She says basically it's quite a big dog, and with it being wheelchair bound, it's a bit too much for her. So I do hope you get it sorted, Sharon.
William, funny.
But yeah, you know, I do. Oh, she says I'm okay doing my least favourite job, paying the bills.
Yeah, I've got to do that after this. Rob Peter to pay Paul like I normally do.
Yeah, but she'd enjoy that though, Barry. So I'm not going to do that.
But yeah, I mean, it's with the worst for taking his own advice, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we all are, aren't we?
You know, it's. I mean, the title, we all need reassurance. I mean, same as I've said, we do all need reassurance at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We all need that reassurance. Has my camera gone funny? Because it seems very.
No.
No, you'll see you the same.
I don't know whether it's just the light or whatever in here, but to me, it looks like it's gone black and white.
No.
I wasn't. It was Barry who was giving them away.
But same as I said as well, Bella, it seems like everyone seems to be going through that spate where they've got health issues, if you know what I mean. Hey, Mr. Salty Nuts has changed his name back.
He's started a new profile as well, new channel, because the other one.
I was going to say that.
What's he called now?
He's gone back to being called Salty Nuts.
Oh,
before it were a moderator on here, but he ain't anymore by the looks of it, obviously because it's a new channel.
Yeah.
So how is Justin? because you got.
Oh, Barry's off. He's got his radio show today, and it's Tuesday.
Okay then, Barry. Thanks for coming in. And Equinox says I might have had the dog off her, but yeah, it's getting it all the way from America because Barma Grits is in America, isn't she? Yeah. But yeah, it's a lovely dog. That
quarantined and all that.
Yeah. If you look on the Facebook, I mean, I don't know whether you've got Sharon on Facebook. Yeah, it's a lovely dog. The same as she says, she can't give it what it wants because of her being wheelchair bound. Oh, you've been busy, have you? Hey, Mel's in as well.
Hey, Mel. Hi.
Oh, he's got a funeral. That's why. Barry. He says he's got a funeral.
Oh, bless him.
Okay then, Barry. I'll see you later. He says a quick hello and then I'm off to bed. I'm just going to bed.
Where he is he's in New York, isn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, Nick says he's got a lot of experience with German Shepherd dogs. But yeah, it looks a lovely dog. You know, I just hope that she finds a lovely home for it. You know, she's got all its meds and all its like flea treatment and everything for the next 6 months as well. So, but you know, it's just a shame that you know, same as she says on the Facebook page, she can't give it what it needs. You know, but yeah, you know, it is a shame. You know, she could really do one of these that you put in a handbag and then she'd be able to take it everywhere, wouldn't she? Oh yeah, and a £50 bag of food as well. But yeah, you could do with one of these little Chihuahua things, Sharon, that you could put in a bag. You know what I mean?
All right, she's no problem.
Well, that's it. But you see, I mean, it's like us. I mean, we're having 3 cats. You can't really have a dog.
No.
You know what I mean? It's plus with Lucy being a bit timid as well. You know, I mean, we sort of have to think on it this way. The cats came before the dog, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, thank you.
Where's mine, Baz? I'm sacking you.
Excuse me, Mrs. P.
What am I excusing you for, Baz?
Bit windy up here today.
I know it is here. It was one of them funny mornings this morning, like the sky seemed orange.
Well, they reckon they were supposed to have that big storm coming over from America, and then it said this morning that it's been delayed a day. I don't know what's happened to it, but the big
it's probably got lost somewhere, hopefully in middle of the ocean.
But it's going to come tomorrow.
Nick says Chihuahuas, that's not a dog, it's a rat. But yeah, I mean, my sister's got 2 similar to what you've got. And the last one was a rescue. She rescued it all the way from Ireland. I think it came from one of these puppy farms.
I think Adam's Bella's a bit like my Tess.
She is.
Yeah.
Nick says, I've had 5 German Shepherds, all different characters. Mel says, all right, at Beauty on the Budget, and Jeanette Pickering, I'm off to the land of Zen. Thank you for coming in, Mel, and I do appreciate you coming in.
Hello, Mel. Goodbye, Mel.
Yeah, that rhymes.
Be safe and be well. But yeah, same as I say, I mean, we couldn't possibly have a dog because we've got 3 cats and
a Callum. Be a disaster.
it's the fact that Lucy's really, really timid.
Who's the one that's always on Pixie's lap?
Yeah, the black and white one. She's the second oldest, but she's the smallest of the lot. She's never been a big cat, but she is very, very timid. And she sort of, you know, anybody says boo to her and she shoots a mile. But yeah, I think the dogs that my sister's got are I think it's a Shih Tzu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had the first one right from being a puppy. Now the second one, same as I say, I don't know whether sort of the RSPCA from Ireland sent it to an RSPCA over here in England, but she adopted it, and they were telling her it came from a puppy farm. I mean, she bless her, she were like our Lucy. She were really, really timid, and well, this is a good one, because they both work full time. They've got, like, in the kitchen 2 massive cages, and when I'm talking about massive, I'm talking about massive. So they don't run amok in the house while they're at work.
Yeah.
Because they did have a lot of trouble with the first one, like chewing and doing things. So anyway, there was home one day, and she were getting ready to put them in the cages because they were going out. So how she did it, I do not know. But the second one that she rescued, actually, and she actually filmed it, because she says, unless I'd have filmed it, you wouldn't have never have believed it, got out the cage and proceeded to climb up the cage and just sat there on top of the cage as if to say, well, look, I've escaped.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? But yeah, she says, hadn't I have filmed it, she says, nobody would have ever believed me. And she, like, literally escaped from the cage and climbed up onto the top and just sat there as large as life on top of this cage.
They're saucy, and
Nick says, I had one that was a real nightmare. She was funny with people, didn't like ethnic people, didn't like men, didn't like people in uniform. She was a rescue. Well, obviously something's gone off.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's like Lucy. I don't know why, but I mean, I've never done anything to her, but Lucy doesn't like me.
Oh.
She does occasionally come to me, but it's like got to be on her terms.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't force the issue. I don't make her sit on my lap or anything. I mean, that's never happened. I mean, we've had her about 6-7 years, and she has never once sat on my lap. But she is a man's cat.
Yeah. Well, Tessie's funny. She's with me when we sit down of an evening. She lays next to Baz. If I go out, she sits on the mat and waits for me to come back. And when I got back the other day, because I've been away for 2 weeks, well, since then, as soon as I sit down, she just sits on me as if to say, you ain't going anywhere else.
I was just about to say, so as she spent the last fortnight sat on the mat waiting for you to come back.
A lot of it she does, yeah. And she does the same when Baz is out. It's like we can't go anywhere.
But I mean, it's, you know, Benny, which is the oldest, which is the all black cat, he's sort of like my cat. He's more, he makes a fuss of me.
Yeah.
And you know, but, you know, and funny thing is, Bella, as soon as Callum sits down on that other sofa, boom, is there like a shot, straight on Callum's knee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Tucker, I mean, I was the one that was with him when we rescued him because we got him from the Cats Protection League. I was the one that had the patience to coax him out from behind the sofa.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's like Olympic with Chris. Why? I don't know. You know, it was me that had the patience to sort of, because when we first got him, it was behind the sofa for a week. Wouldn't come out, wouldn't do anything. So I thought, right, I'm going to take the bull by the horns. So what I did, I put a bowl of water and some food right at the edge of the sofa. So it was eating and drinking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'm going to take the bull by the horns. I'm going to sort this one. So this particular day, I thought, I'm going to move it a bit further away. So if he wants something to eat, it's got to come out for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Day after that, I moved it a bit further away.
Yeah.
And that's how I eventually got him to come from behind the sofa. And then, like, we give him, like, these little tiny cat treat biscuits and whatever. So I thought, well, now he's had the, you know, got the confidence to come out, I'll try him with some of these biscuits. So I put it right in the middle of the floor, these treat biscuits. And I thought, well, if you want them, you can come out and get them.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I coaxed him out behind the sofa. And I said to Chris, said, you'd think, because it were me that had the patience to do that it'd you know, it'd be all over me. But no. You know, he's like Olympic with Chris. He's Tucker. Emily says she'd love another hamster. Well, put it this way, hamsters won't last very long in this house. Not with 3 cats. Nick says, I had a shepherd that was like Houdini. He managed to scale a 6-foot fence, but he was gentle giant. All he wanted to do was play with the kids. But yeah. Or a guinea pig. Well, funny thing is, Nigel that goes to the matches with Chris and Callum, he's got chinchillas.
Oh.
This ever so strange looking things. But
a room though, they have to have those big cages, don't they?
Well, I don't really know much about them, but I know that I think he paid about 400 quid for a new wardrobe, goes out to work, and he came home and it's a chewed out corner at wardrobe.
Oh my God.
I says I'd have been wearing it. I says, if that had been me, if I'd have paid 400 quid for a wardrobe, I says I'd have made some gloves or some tart on it. Well, it's there though, isn't it? I mean, paying all that money for a wardrobe and then it chewing corner off it.
Adam has 2 pets. What is that? Bella and you.
I have 3 pets. I have to include my daughter as well. So.
It's all right, I'm laughing at Nick. He says guinea pigs are nice barbecue, and he says not much meat on a hamster.
Oh, but they do eat guinea pigs in Peru.
Oh, no.
Emily says bingo. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, they were my exact words, because when Chris told me about it, I says, well, put it this way, if that had been mine, because he's got 2, I says I'd have been wearing one on each hand. I said I'd have made a pair of gloves out on them. I mean, you can understand it of a dog, but not a blooming chinchilla.
Oh, I've got a tea towel here.
Oh, that tea towel from Gail, you mean?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
What was I going to say? I've got thingy. I don't shop at Ocado. I do shop online, right? But I don't shop at Ocado because it's quite expensive. But I got an email through that my first shop, I got 30% off of my first shopping. Well, you think that's a lot, really, 30%. Like a third of your shopping and free delivery. So I thought, no, I'll do that. So I did one shopping at Ocado, and it was really good. It was nice shopping and everything. It is a bit more expensive, so I wouldn't shop there regularly. But I've got another thing through. Thank you for shopping with us. Would you like to give one of these to a friend? So I don't know if you want one.
I'm going to say I'm willing to try out once. I mean, if I'm getting it, then I don't mind.
All right, well, I'll send that with it. 30% off. That's good, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, normally you'd think 10%. I mean, that's £10, isn't it?
Yeah, but 30%.
It's like nearly half price, isn't it, really?
You get 60% of shopping for 40 quid. And it's free delivery, so might as well give it a shot. I was pleased.
I have seen the vans and lorries and whatever knocking about, but I've never actually shopped there because, same as I say, I always go to Asda or /Walmart. Hiya, Molly, how are you? But yeah, I mean, I used to. Hiya, Barra boy, how are you? I used to do the Tesco one. But more often than not, you've got a list as long as your arm of substitutions what they'd made.
Yeah, I found that was
Asda aren't bad.
No, Asda are not.
You know, like for this, I had some delivered Saturday, and that was the first time in a long, long time that I've had a substitution.
Yeah.
So they're generally not too bad. I
wish, because I love Aldi's. I love their food, but they don't do home delivery.
No.
Well, that's it.
But I wish they did because I love Aldi's. I really do.
You would think because they come in such a big, you know, a lot of people, like with the economic climate, you'd think they'd start doing home deliveries.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they will, but I doubt it because they've got such a fast turnout. They just keep they're trying to keep their costs down.
Yeah, I really do like Aldi's, but and another one that people think is dear and it's not. It's on par with Aldi is Morrison's.
But funny thing is as well. I mean, like Honest Travels, there's like a big Sainsbury's as well. But that's like up in Hillsborough. Well, obviously they go over that way for work. So I'd said to Chris the other day, oh, I need a loaf of bread picking up because obviously you always need milk and bread. So we came in and he bought two. And I says, what you bought? I only wanted one. He says, well, at that price, you can't grumble, 60p for a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And I were quite surprised being Sainsbury's as well.
No, Sainsbury's can have... You've got to be a bit of a wise shopper with Sainsbury's. If you know where their cheap stuff is, and the good thing with Sainsbury's is, you know, what is their own make called? You know, like Smart Price.
Taste the difference. Taste the difference.
No, it's not Taste the Difference.
That's the expensive. What's the expensive?
The expensive one. Yeah, the cheap one. I think it's just Basics. Sainsbury's Basics or something like that.
Basics. Yeah, it is Basics.
Yeah, they're and as does this Smart Price, ain't it? But their Basics is pretty good. You wouldn't know it wasn't a good. You know what I mean? It's good. Their Basics.
Well, I mean, it's like the Asda Smart Price stuff. The same as Chris says. It's packed and packaged the same places like Birdseye and things like that, except it's in a cheaper packaging.
Yeah,
same stuff. But
we always get Smart Price. Who cares about the packaging? You chuck that out anyway.
Well, that's it. I mean, whenever possible, I do get the Smart Price stuff.
I do.
I mean, the only thing I don't recommend is, I mean, now the Smart Price toilet roll is okay-ish, but I like the thicker toilet roll.
No, so do I. I always get their own, the shades. It's called shades.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Yeah, I do.
Or whatever, if there's like an offer on, you know, they have certain offers on. But I mean, the Smart Price toilet roll is all right, but I like the quilted.
Yeah.
One.
We always get the shades, but their washing up liquid is as good as Fairy, I reckon, Asda's.
I always have the Asda washing up liquid. I always have it. Andrex all the way, says Emily. But yeah, it says taste the difference. It says
Nick.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when I did my shopping this time, that velvet toilet roll was on offer. So I always shop around and find, because you see, obviously because there's 3 of us, I always get a big pack, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The bigger pack. So, but I sort of tend to shop around as well, you know, as regards what offers is on and blah, blah, blah. We see like this time as well, as you know, I use the Tresemme shampoo and conditioner. Now, that was on offer at £2.95.
Yeah, for a great big one, isn't it?
Yeah, for the biggest.
I know. It's
one of them can last me above a month.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's worth it, you know, the fact that it lasts me ages.
Yeah, one of them would last me about 6 weeks.
So, I mean, it might last me more than I'm just sort of, it does last me quite a while. So but I don't have to buy it.
That uses it, Baz don't use it.
You know, I don't, you know, and I'm saying, I mean, Chris and Callum just use shampoo. They just use I think it were Alberto balsam or something on offer. So they just use that.
Yeah.
But I like to keep my hair in a good condition.
I love Tresemme.
I'm laughing at Nick.
I don't know how he thinks it up. Honest to God, I do not know how Nick thinks it up. You're privileged when I'm
Jeanette.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head off. I'm feeling really rubbishy, so I'll.
Oh, okie dokie then, Adam.
Sorry, love.
See you later, everyone.
See you later, Adam. Take care. Look after yourself. Oh, Emily says she started using New Head and Shoulders and it's making my hair well nice. We see.
That irritates me. That I'm allergic to that.
Yeah. I'm saying because I've got very sensitive skin and I'm saying with my hair. And if I use, you see, that's why I always use that Tresemme, because it suits me hair. You know, otherwise I'm sort of sat there going like this. It irritates me. That's
me. I'm like that. And where my hair's coloured as well.
Well, that's it. And sort of with having mine coloured. Oh, that's the thing as well. Guess who's treating me for my birthday?
Oh.
Chris, he's paid for me to have my hair done.
Ah. When are you getting that done?
Hopefully Friday. I've got to ring up and make an appointment because where I go to have my hair done, there's this young girl that does it. I mean, others are all right, but I seem to get on well with this young girl. Her name's Michaela. You know what I mean? You know, and but she only works Wednesdays. I think Wednesdays and Fridays, I think. So I might go and have it done Friday.
Your hair looks all right now, though, Jeanette. It doesn't look like it needs cutting.
Well, I seen this bit here. So like I've started getting a kink in my hair now. It's growing a bit.
Yeah. Have you got curly hair?
No.
Oh.
Never had, because you see, when I had all my hair cut off, and I had it like back to this, she went, "Did you realise?" She says, "Your hair's ever so curly at back," and I went, "I've never had curly hair." I says, "It's always has been like, you know, as straight as a die." You know what I mean? But she says, yeah, she says, you've got quite a kink in it. I mean, even there, look, I mean, it's like kinking.
Yeah.
So what that's all about, whether it's
might be where it hits your neck and it's just turning it up, sort of thing.
well, she says to me, she says, what side do you sleep on? And I says, well, as a rule, my left-hand side. And she says, well, that's where the kink is most prevalent.
Yeah.
And she says it might be the fact that that's where you're laying.
Yeah.
Hi, Carolyn, how are you? What's the weather like? I hope you've stayed safe during the hurricane. Did you see Carla's post in the group?
No, I haven't looked at the group today.
Yeah, she says something I'm okay and I'm safe and something, I can't remember the title of it.
And it's scary what they have to go through.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You know, I mean, we think we're having some bad weather, but you think,
I know.
you know, I mean, it's like Chris and myself know I don't know his name, but it's Captain Cook. He's had to stay in a motel because it took the roof off his house.
Oh no.
He shipped his kids and his wife off to his father-in-law's, but him himself, because he's got the pets, is staying in a motel. But there again, I mean, he sort of said, well, at least it's just the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the roof. The roof can be rebuilt.
Yeah, he's still got his possessions and that.
Yeah. Carolyn says, I still have a roof and no flooding. My entire state is in disarray.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean,
poor Carolyn, that's all.
you know, I mean, roads has collapsed and all sorts. You know, it's terrible.
Whereabouts are you, Carolyn? Whereabouts in the States?
But yeah, you know, I mean, his outlook on it was, at least, you know, my house is still standing. Yes, I've lost the roof, but the roof can be rebuilt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful though. It's like I've got a couple of ladies subscribed, and they call it like North Carolina, right? So it's all the southern states that are getting it, is it, Carolyn? It's all the southern states. I've got some friends that way, and it's like the hurricane season's coming up, and even if nothing's happening, they know it's going to. They're preparing for these things. I mean, it's awful.
You know, and the thing is as well, Carolyn did a vlog. Gone to the supermarket, the shelves were bare.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, she says the worst it state here, southeast. But you know, it's
do you have a channel, Carolyn?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
I mean, as of yet, she's done live streams, but she's not appeared on camera.
Right.
I think she's going to build up to that, if you know what I mean. But
subscribe to you, Carolyn. Can we say subscribe? I don't know what we can say.
Well, you're not supposed to, but hey ho.
I've just supported you.
Yes, I do. But yeah, you know, I mean, she was doing a live stream the other day, like the wind and everything, and I you know, I happened to join her, and not very well, Nick. I've gone back onto the cigarettes, unfortunately. So I'm not smoking as much, but you know what, with everything that's going off with me health-wise,
I think it's really, really hard. I mean, I smoke this you know that I smoke this all the time, and I haven't smoked now for a couple of years on a regular basis. I haven't, But if the crap hits the fan, Jeanette, I need a fag.
Yeah.
I do need a fag.
Well, that's how I've been, Bella. I sort of went on the vape, and then you sort of sit there and you're in that much pain, and you sort of go in like stir crazy. You know, you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that, and Nick says, I've got an idea. Is this good or bad?
I know you hold your breath when Nick says he's got an idea, don't you?
But yeah, hi, Big Red Bear. Yeah, Carolyn says, I have been supported. I think she must have already supported you. I have gone back to smoking as well.
It's really hard because you know it's bad for you. You know all those things. And I'm on this all the time. I mean, I do this all the time. But if I'm in real pain or something happens or I've got to worry,
yeah,
then I do turn to cigarettes. I've got to be honest, I do.
The stress. Hi, Ian, how are you?
Yeah, stress. With stress,
Yeah,
I do turn to
it is, and that's exactly what you know. I've been with all the best will in the world. When you're stressed out, etc., you know what I mean. It's easy to open that packet, isn't it? If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had, same as I say, I've been in that much pain, etc. My, some of those patches, one on each island.
Hello, Ian. Hello, darling.
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, I'd find a way anyway. Even though if I'd got patches on, I'd just take my glasses off and.
Honestly, he just thinks them off with the cuff. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, and Carolyn says not proud of it, but stress does. That's exactly what we're saying, Carolyn.
It's the end of the day, we're all human. None of us are superhumans.
Stress. Fake Essex accent. I've never tried to do an Essex accent, or is he on about you?
Oh, me?
It's actually a Cockney through and through, Bear.
Me, I'm a fake Essex accent. I was born with the Bow Bills.
She's a Cockney lass through and through, is our Bella. Reaper Man says the same storm is going through our state now with no effect. She had it come through as a shower. Well, it says, I know I'm playing. And Nick says, if I didn't smoke, I would be bouncing off the walls. My doctor had advised me to give up because of my condition. But I mean, the thing is, Nick, if you have stress on a daily basis, the only thing that does it for you is and people that don't smoke don't understand that, though, do they? You know, people don't understand the fact that it's like, I mean, yeah, it's like any addiction, and nicotine and cigarettes are the same. I haven't used them since the Birmingham meetup, Carolyn, but I have got 2 spare sets, and when I reach 1,500, I'm going to do a giveaway. So I've got 2 sets of penis cookie cutters to give away when I reach 1,500. Yeah, and Nick says exactly. You know, it's hard to explain to anybody. You know, with all the best will in the world, if you're stressed, and that's what you reach for. You reach for the cigarettes.
I've noticed there's a thing now that you can't smoke in someone's house without their permission. So when people come in, like the guy who does the boiler, does the boiler every year.
Yeah.
He comes in and I always make him a cup of tea. Anybody, wash machine engineer, anybody, I always make him a cup of tea. And I say, do you smoke? Because I can see both. He says, oh, we're not allowed to in other people's houses. I say, oh, get your pants out.
You see, the thing is, I mean, like the Sheffield City Council, if you're having workmen or whatever in, you are not allowed to smoke in your own home, because if the person that's doing the repair or whatever doesn't smoke, it's affecting their health and safety. But if I have anybody come to the house, like I had to have a thing fitted in downstairs toilet because the boiler was losing pressure. And we've got a toilet and a wash basin and everything downstairs. Now, basically, when it came about, it was last winter, and if you got the heating on and you turn the hot water tap on, it had cut the heating out.
Oh, right.
Because the pressure on the boiler, it were making the pressure on the boiler fall.
Oh, blimey.
And the way the plumber explained it to me was, because the pressure had dropped, there isn't enough pressure to feed the radiators with hot water.
Yeah.
So because the pressure had dropped, there wasn't enough pressure behind it to work the heating as well as run the hot tap as well.
Yeah. What are they talking about?
Oh, my penis cutters I could do with a losing an inch or two. And Nick says, won't be nothing left if you lost an inch, DJ.
Cookie cutters again. Where's this going?
So basically, I had to have them out a couple of times to it for the same thing. And basically, the guy that came out the last time said to me, I'm going to book it in as a different job. And there is a name for it. And it's like a bloody UFO thing in toilet.
Yeah.
And he had to mount it on the wall. And it's like a sphere, as I call it.
Yeah.
But it's to help with the pressure. And since we've had that fitted, I've never had a problem.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that because it's sort of, you are not allowed to smoke in your own home while you've got men or women in. And I always say, when anybody comes, do you mind if I smoke?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be polite about it, and I say, do you mind if I have a cigarette?
No.
And they can either say yes or no. If they say no, then I'll go outside and have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they say no, but I do always ask anyway.
Oh, do you know what they Ian?
Carolyn says, is the boiler the same as the hot water heater? Yes.
Yeah.
And what it was is, like on the boiler, it has to be like a certain pressure. And what it was, I think it was in the winter months, I was trying to put the heating on, but I don't know whether I got washer on or I was washing the pots or something. But the minute you turn the hot water on, it was cutting the heating out, if you know what I mean. Nick says she's just being polite. 2 seconds, soon find out, Nick, when she's choking, and don't reply after 5 minutes. You know it works. And Carolyn says, come on, guys, get on the panel. Let's have a show.
Oh, my God. Not this time on a Tuesday morning.
I'm going to say, it's child friendly, Carolyn, this channel. But yeah, I mean, that'll be another live stream. An 18 rated one. But yeah, we on about boilers and they on about other things.
I know.
But yeah, since they had this, I don't know exactly what it's called, but they did fit a thing to boiler as well. some contraption on the boiler, so it basically stops the pressure from dropping, because that's basically what were happening. The pressure were dropping, and once you click things, it hadn't got enough pressure behind the boiler to feed both things.
Yeah. Our water pressure isn't good here at all.
Ian's just put, I've just had my hair cut. Everything looks bigger when the hair cut. And then the DJ says, yeah, Nick, yeah, keep it clean. But yeah, it is a coffee morning, not 50 Shades of Grey. They'll be whipping chains and
get out of it.
blindfolds and everything out next. Oh dear.
No, that did you ever read that book?
I've never read it.
Jeanette, I tell you, it's the most worst. I had to read it because I have to. There's a big hype about something. Oh my God, it's the worst written book. She can't write for toffee. It's just for, and I tell you, they're saying he turns out to be a nice bloke. Nice bloke.
Okay then, Sharon. I hope things improve for you. She says, I've got to go, guys. Sorry I was so quiet. It's not a good day so far. Love to you all. Pray my day improves.
We will, my darling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 50 Shades of Grey. Just shut your face up, Ian. You know that after that book, honestly, first of all, we asked her in this room, and there's all these chains and whips and things, spikes sticking in her. I'd give him a toe up the arse at the end of him.
You see, this is the thing, Bella. I mean, I've never watched the films, I've never read the book, nothing, because it's not something that.
Nah.
No, it's not something I'm interested in, if you know what I mean.
No. Shades of Grey.
Oh dear. But yeah, you know, it's not something that.
Nah.
Not something that interests me, if you know what I mean. Even if I were, you know, everybody raved about it and blah blah blah. You know, I'm not going to read it just for the sake of reading it. And
I'm terrible like that. I have to see what's happening.
But you know, it's you know, folks had told me what it were about, and I thought, well, no, because you know, I'm not going to spend an hour or whatever reading through a book that don't interest me.
Well, the thing is, it's not so much even the content. She just can't write. She's absolutely a rubbish writer. She's
you know, I mean, you know, going back to, I mean, they're all this hoo-ha about Harry Potter and whatever.
Oh, I can't do that.
You know what I mean? It's to me. 50 Shades equals DIY manual.
Oh, Lord. You don't have pictures.
Oh, dear.
They're all balmy on here, honestly.
You know what I mean? But I mean, for me to sit down and read a book, I've got to be interested in the subject matter.
Yeah.
I mean, for me to sort of to be able to sit down and read a book, I've got to be interested in the subject matter. And like Harry Potter or 50 Shades, it don't interest me.
No, but I don't do fantasy and all that stuff. No, I like crime thrillers.
Yeah, I mean, you're much into the same sort of thing that I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like books that start off with huge, great big words that nobody understands. I like a nice, easy read, but I like something to get gripped. I like a book that, oh, what's happening next? What's happening next? You know.
Well, you see, the thing is as well, Bella, Mrs. P, 50 Shades of Cooking instead. Oh my, penis cutters. We had an email, and we also had a letter from school. They're taking Callum to the Lyceum in Sheffield, which is the theatre. Now, what is it? Blood Brothers or something? I'd never even heard of it.
Oh yeah.
But they have to attend it because it goes towards the marks for the GCSEs.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He has to attend it.
Well, he might like it.
It actually goes toward, because see, I mean, this will make you laugh. Hiya, Alex. This will make you laugh because they sent me an email and then they sent Chris an email. So Chris must have read it, and then he went, "Well, what, they're taking him to the cinema to watch Blues Brothers for?" I said, "Well, it must be different emails to what I've got because it said Blood Brothers."
Oh, but there are two different things.
Yeah, but it went back and had another look at it, and it did say Blood Brothers.
Mm.
So I says, you definitely need your eyes testing. Is it still morning? Oh, Nick says to Ian, he says, "I'll send you a copy of the Beano."
Well, I'm going to go and do some housework.
Ian says, "I've been up 4 hours. It's more afternoon for me." Well, I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning.
You always are when Callum's at school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, can we do something private with Vicky this afternoon? Have a chat with her.
Yeah. I'll try and give her a ring or message her and say, "Do you want to do a private hangout a bit later on?"
Yeah.
So
we'll have a chat.
But she did message me and say she wouldn't be on this morning.
Yeah.
So I says, "Well, basically look after yourself, get some rest." That lazy git is still in bed.
Who's that? What lazy git?
It's something I know who is on about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right then. I'll speak to you later, guys.
Yeah, I'll message you if I get in touch with Vicky. And yeah, Nick says Jeanette Pickering knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, I do know who you're talking about. So I'll see you later, Bella, and I'll message you. Oh, that's Chris ringing.
Speak to you later.
Yeah, bye. Hello. What, another one? I've done some cobs now. I did some cobs this morning. Okie dokie. No, I'm still live. Yeah, well, there's only me on, so I can't really mute it. Because I had Adam on and he's gone, and Bella's just gone. Okay, then I'll see you in a bit. Bye. 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 Obviously, you know that was Mr. P ringing. I think he's got the gist of the case. He wanted to got some lunch already. I play monkey. I hope you're not talking about me. Hi, JDS. So yeah, I was up late at work last night, so I think I'm allowed to be. What, your photography or your work? It is a cob. I call them cobs. Chris calls them bread cakes, but I come from Nottinghamshire and we call them cobs from where I come from. So yeah, wanted to know if I wanted him to call it the but anyway, yeah, I mean, like different variations of different counties. Some, as I say, we always have this argument. He calls them bread cakes. I call them cobs. Oh, we picked up a new job as a bartender / waiter. Well, that's good. But yeah, because first thing he said was, have you muted? And I says, well, I can't mute myself because there's nobody else on the panel. So I'd be all right with muting and nobody saying anything. So, but hey ho. See, what I'd done as well is I'd made some cobs so Chris don't have to do them when he comes in, and if I'm live when he comes in, blah blah blah. So I make them up beforehand. So, but yeah, so they're all sorted. They're all ready. So yeah, I mean, it's basically Reaper Man. What we're talking about is bread rolls. I mean, there's like different variations in different counties. I'm living in Yorkshire, but I'm originally from Nottinghamshire. So in Nottinghamshire, we call them cobs, but in Yorkshire, they're called bread cakes. And as Flying Monkey says, they call them batch, but they're all the same thing. So yeah. So I thought I'd just explain that fact. You know, I mean, there's like different sort of variations on it, but when all said and done, we're referring to bread rolls. But it's been a funny old day here today. When we first got up, the sky were like orange again, like funny, I don't know, like funny orange glow. Very windy. The sun's actually out now, but it's really, really windy. So it's one of them funny days today. So, but I'm not going on for a long while today because I've got things to do. I want to tidy up a little bit. Obviously, Chris will be home at lunchtime. Oh, plus I'm back's aching and everything, so I'll not be going on for, you know. It's radiation, is it? Well, we've had a dose this. Well, I haven't because I haven't been out, but yeah, when we first got up this morning, it was like a funny orange glow colour. Didn't last for very long. Don't know whether it was sort of as the sun were going up and moon were going down. I don't really know, but yeah, I mean, we've sort of got the really high winds. We had a little bit of rain, but now it's lovely bright sunshine. So yes, but I did hear from Vicky and she's not feeling too clever. So Bella's just asked me if I want to do a private hangouts later. I'll message Vicky in a little while and see if she wants to, you know, have a little chat. So, you know, if you want to join, it will be a private hangouts, by the way. So if you want to join in, I mean, you could come up on the panel now if you wanted. Anybody wants to come up on the panel, just let me know and I'll, you know, it when you say it usually rains in Britain during the winter. I mean, we've had a glorious summer this year, really, really hot summer, but we tend to, like this time of the year, just have showers, as I call them. You know, not really bad downpours, but intermittent showers, as I call them. So, you know, if anybody wants to come up on the panel, just let me know and I'll invite you up. If not, I'll give it till about 1:45 and then I'll shut it down. So, yes. So what do we want to talk about now? I know the guys are talking about photography and whatever. It's called the British summer. But yeah, I mean, it's been really, really, really hot, you know, unusually for the UK this summer. It's not really cold now. I mean, we're sort of about 18 degrees, which isn't too bad considering it's the tail end of September. So yeah. And Kate messaged me last night. She's finding out the gender of a baby on Wednesday. So I might be going live on Wednesday evening because the boys is at football. They're playing Birmingham, I think. Not sure. But anyway, they'll be at Birmingham on Wednesday night. So I'll probably be doing a live stream on Wednesday. I did ask Kate, you know, did she want me to host it or did she want to host it on her channel? So we'll see. Next time. Oh, you mean next time coming on the panel? Okay. So, well, what I think I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut it down. I've got nobody else on the panel. I've only got 8-9 viewers in. So I think what I'm going to do is well, I mean, if it sends any consolation, Nick, the other team that you don't support beat Sheffield United last weekend. So sort of, you know, a little bit of a consolation, but it was a good match. And, you know, they lost 1-0. So, hey ho. But yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut it down for now because I have got stuff to do. I want to have a tidy up, have a dust round, and just generally get stuff done. So I will see everyone in the morning, hopefully. And so I'll see everyone later. So let me know, Ian, if you want to join the private hangouts later. I do know Vicky needs cheering up, and that's hence why the reason why Bella wanted to do like a private hangouts. Yeah. Okay, then. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to shut it down, and I'll see you all in the morning. Bye.